talk to you about excellence beyond the football field. So, in my young life, I was exposed to football as a sport and as an opportunity to take my life to the next level. The goals for me, I was about 4 years old. I'm telling my family, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to college and play football. Now, that's not the norm where I come from. Being originally from the Northwest Projects of Fort Pierce, now living on the north side, you see how nice this home is. Dad and the people in his life, everybody that co-labor with him, they're responsible for how that looked. You know what I'm saying? And that inspires me. So in my life, it actually was a goal set back then that I reached. And I played Pop Warner. Mom and dad were there for me. And I played all 4 years at Port St. Lucie High School. And I got those varsity letters. And I graduated in May 2004. And I had admission offers. And I went to college. And I was focused on graduating. I wasn't no fool. I know it's not normal where I come from, and part of it's cultural. It's not in skin color, it's not in skin tone, but sometimes it's in the company you keep and the norm of your environment. You know, like being too preoccupied with a dope boy image, or going to the club night, or getting a body count with the ladies intimately. One of the things is I and a lot of people on my friends list, as you see, I wish I would have turned that volume off. But I just had something to say. But it's too late now. I'm gonna keep talking. You'll chime every now and then. I went to college graduate. So I may not chose the most advanced major because I'm one of the first in my family, first in my community to actually go. So it's like the plan was to graduate and then, possibly law school, possibly whatever, public health, whatever. But the point is I did it. And being back in a community like Fort Pierce, Florida, and the surrounding areas, all of Vero Beach, Gifford, Uniontown, you get to be a light before people. But you have to build up your confidence, your self esteem, and your inner circle. You may have some moments where they push back at you to tell you to be strong and not take things so personally. When you come back from being refined as a college boy, learning how to wear suits, learning etiquette, learning to speak well, sometimes you're not accepted. And sometimes people gonna push back on you. And it comes back in things like, oh, he ain't got no bills, he ain't got no kids, he ain't got no bills. I didn't understand that at 22. And unfortunately, all the way up and through probably 36, 37. But things have been getting unlocked for me lately, where like Pastor Bill Winston and Pastor David Forbes Jr. and Bishop Daniel Robinson Jr., I'm starting to realize it's something on you. It's the joy, the peace, the resilience, and keeping the dream alive. It's going to offend some, but it's going to draw some. And in my little piece of influence, I'm able to inspire those college football players that I didn't even get to play college football, but those who went the distance and almost had the pros, had a little bit of pro, and those who had to come back because they had obligations, like the grades got hard, or they had a child and they chose to be honorably a father. So use your influence. All my student athletes, use your influence. Because guess what? Somebody does like you. Somebody does need you. Your story does impact. Even if you the clean cut one, the nerdy one, which I may fit the bill. Yeah, but have those conversations with people and keep them going. Where you know about investing, you can share about investing to them. Where you know about debt resolution, building credit, you can share that with them. When you know you see somebody working so hard at a skill at a job, but you know you've seen the bigger scale of that job, you can actually alley somebody in the right direction. So let your life have meaning, let your life have purpose. You may not have the biggest stage, the biggest platform, but help a brother out. And ladies, you help a sister out. Use your story to the glory of God to inspire others to keep making their first downs, to keep making their touchdowns, to get their victories, to get their championships. Be blessed.